at Lish Consulting. I want to talk to you today about an issue of communication that is really basic. I would call this communication 101. Let's talk about communication at work. Do you say hello to your colleagues when you get to work in the morning? Saying hello and greeting your colleagues in the morning is really just the most basic positive communication skill that you can have. Let me tell you two stories. Number one, not real names, Bernice and Cheryl. Bernice is a supervisor of a department and has been for a long time. Her department, the way that it's laid out, is very open. Cheryl, to get to her department where she works, needs to walk through Bernice's department every morning. Cheryl is younger and she doesn't work in Bernice's department, and so she walks through the department every morning. Bernice says, "Good morning, Cheryl." Cheryl has no response. Cheryl walks through and doesn't make any eye contact. This is a true story, and I worked in Bernice's department. And I saw this go on for a couple of years, actually, until one morning, Bernice stopped Cheryl and said, "When I say good morning to you, you need to please make eye contact and say good morning back. It is appropriate office etiquette and professional etiquette to greet your coworkers in the morning." And Bernice is right. She was right to correct Cheryl and to give her that coaching. It is appropriate etiquette to say hello. I'm going to give you some reasons why it's also a very good idea. Second story. I had lunch with a client recently, and she works very closely with her boss, who is a C-suite executive. And her boss rarely speaks. She is very on task and very focused, and so she does not say good morning, and she just doesn't speak unless it's about a particular assignment or a task for her employee. She never says, "How are you doing? How was your weekend?" Anything like that. This is okay, and they're working together fine, but they are missing the opportunity to have more of a relationship at work. And the boss, there again, is missing the opportunity to just practice some basic professional etiquette regarding communication in the workplace. So let me tell you why. Let me just give you a few reasons why we want to say hello and greet our coworkers in the morning when we get to work. First of all, part of what etiquette does is it helps us to maintain just the basic civility of a culture. It helps to reflect respect in a culture. So if we want to promote that type of culture of civility and respect, then we want to walk in the morning and greet our colleagues. That's number one. Number two, by saying good morning to our coworkers, it helps to create an environment of humanity, just treating people like human beings and connecting and building relationships. So if we want a culture that breeds humanity and connection, then we want to say hello. We want to say good morning and how are you? Saying hello and providing that greeting supports a democratic environment, because saying hello, we can say hello to the CEO, we can say hello to a board member walking through the hallway, we can say hello to a new hire that is there for their first day of work as an entry-level employee. It democratizes our work culture. It helps make everyone equal, and again, just helps to build that rapport of everyone being able to connect with everyone else. It's another real advantage for greeting people in the morning. And finally, we by acknowledging each other, we do practice just that basic communication skills 101. Just acknowledging each other, saying hello, having some, albeit superficial conversation, but we have some conversation. And where there's an opportunity and some desire, we can make that conversation a little bit deeper and get into how someone's project is going, or how someone's weekend went, or how someone's evening went, or someone's commute. But it starts to break the ice, and we start to just communicate a little bit and acknowledge each other when we say hello and we say good morning. A couple of side issues. Some people are morning people and some people are not. But even if you're not a morning person, understand that for the benefits that I've outlined, it's really critical to say hello and to greet your coworkers. Some people are introverted, some people are extroverted. If you're introverted, this might be a little bit more of a challenge for you. But again, if you want to help breed that culture, if you want to acknowledge your coworkers and create an environment of respect, practice your communication skills. It doesn't have to take long, it can be painless, but you don't want to be that person who's coming across as like Cheryl was, or like the boss was, in both of these true scenarios as were described to me or as I observed. You don't want to come across as that person who is cold, aloof, disengaged, doesn't care. You don't want to come across as that person who cannot connect with other people. So with a little bit of effort of just practicing this basic skill, I think that you'll start to see, if you haven't already, if you don't already practice this skill, you'll start to see relationships opening up and opportunities and possibilities opening up to you. One of the things that I really promote is making the workplace better. And we can start this first thing in the morning by saying good morning and saying hello and greeting people. One more thing I wanted to say. This is a measly amount of effort, a small, measly amount of effort. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. If you cannot even take this small amount of effort, I encourage you to do some self-examination and to think about why it is that this is such a challenge for you. And I'd be happy to talk with you about it. I'd be interested in seeing your comments below. I'd like to hear about why, and I'd like to explore that further with you. And if you disagree with something that I've said, I would truly like to hear your comments and to have that discussion. So I look forward to your comments, pro or con, either way, about what I've said here. And thank you very much. This is Lisa Lish at Lish Consulting. Have a great day.